Hey Sarah, so I told you I'd make you a second video today, and basically today I'm going to teach you a concept that I learned a long time ago from one of my rich dads, who was a multi millionaire, retired way back in the 1970s from a business opportunity and has business literally around the world. So, something you had said yesterday made me think that I should make a video because I see people fall into this trap a lot. I've been involved in network marketing for well over a decade, so I've seen a lot of people come and go. I've seen a lot of businesses come and go. And so this is something that I think will help you out a lot in your journey since you're just starting. Okay, but just kind of a background on Robert Kiyosaki, because we talked about this the other day about you'd asked me about why I don't, well, or why I would probably never buy a house, and or at least not buy a house and live in it. So Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book years ago called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He basically had two dads. He had his poor dad, who was his biological father. He grew up in Hawaii, and his father was the superintendent of schools for whatever island I believe they were on. And then his rich dad was his best friend's dad, his friend Mike's dad, ended up becoming the richest man in Hawaii at the time. And so the book is about the two different lessons that his rich dad and poor dad would teach him. For instance, his poor dad taught him to study hard, or go to school, study hard, go to college, get a degree, get a job, and then get a pension, because that's what he had done. And of course, he was poor because that system doesn't work. His rich dad said, if you do what your dad is telling you to do, you're going to end up broke just like him. These are the things you want to do if you want to build wealth and have money and freedom in your life. Okay, so it's just the parallel between what the wealthy teach their kids and what poor people teach their kids. Okay, rich people teach their kids, or wealthy people teach their kids to buy or create assets that are going to pay them residual cash flow. Okay, the biggest problem with jobs is when you're at home, you're not making any money. Therefore, there's a cap on how much money you can make when you have a job. Okay, and which actually brings us to another one of his, in my opinion, best books he's written is called The Cash Flow Quadrant. Okay, and then in this book he kind of goes through the different quadrants for how to make wealth. Okay, so you've got the E for employee, the S for self-employed, the B for business owner, or big business owner as I like to call it, and then I for, excuse me, investor. Okay, now 95% of people are in one of these two areas. They're either an employee or they own a small business. Okay, it could be a small mom and pop shop, a nail salon, delivery business. It could be almost anything, but just a small business. Okay, but only 5% of the income generated comes from these two areas. Okay, on this side, only 5% of people either own a big business or they're an investor, but 95% of the income generated in this country comes from one of these two areas. Okay, basically the reason why jobs suck is it is 100% all you. 100% of your effort is just you, and if you don't work, you don't get paid. Now, the interesting about being self-employed is most people say, "Well, I want to be my own boss." Well, that's kind of the case, not really, because what you really have is instead of you working for a boss, you now have a job that owns you instead of you going to a job. Most small business owners work 6, 7 days a week, 10, 12 hours a day. They can't go take 6 months off of their business because they are the business, right? Um, and same thing, they're still trading time for money. Okay, these are the two areas that Robert Kiyosaki would recommend. Now, number one, be an investor. Obviously, your money works for you. Now, whether you're using forex or stocks, or I mean, there's lots of different ways to invest your own money. Whether you're investing in other businesses, but basically, you're paying money to have a higher return come back to you. Okay. And then big business is awesome because you're basically using the efforts of other people to generate your income. Okay. Now you can do that through employees. If you have a big business, the CEO of Microsoft, if he wants to take 6 months off, Microsoft is still going to be around. Okay. Sue, who owns the nail salon down the street, takes 6 months off. Her business probably isn't going to be there when she gets back. Okay. So big businesses have duplicated themselves through employees. Now, for us, because we're in affiliate marketing or even network marketing, we duplicate ourselves through other business owners. Okay. Because you're not just getting paid for your efforts, you're getting paid for everyone's efforts. Okay. You own a system and you allow the system to work for you. Okay. So that's just kind of a quick background on the mindset. Okay. Now, what I'm going to teach you right now is a concept that besides a few small millionaires that I am good friends with and mentors of, is something that I've never heard taught anywhere else. Okay. Commitment to continuity creates, I can't spell today, emotional stability. Commitment to continuity creates emotional stability. What does that mean? This word is continuity. Sorry, I didn't spell it correctly, but it's continuity. Continuity. So basically, here's the problem I see people run into. They're exposed to something amazing, whether it be in business opportunity or it could be even in the health and fitness arena. Oh, I found this new workout plan and this new diet I want to try, or whatever it may be. They get so excited about it, and there's nothing wrong with being excited, but they get so amped up that they make a lot of big decisions, but then when the emotional context comes back down to base level, they lose their motivation, they lose their desire, doubt starts to creep in, all those negative thoughts and people and everything else starts to come up against them, because we can't stay emotionally high all the time. Okay, it just, we're not wired that way. Now, there are some people who every day get up and are super excited about where they're going because they're passionate about what they're doing. Okay, this isn't for those people. Okay, and even those people, it's a choice every day. They don't just wake up with, oh man, it's going to be a great day. They choose to make it a great day. Okay, but for most people, 95% of people, remember, if 95% of people by the age of 65 are dead or broke or rely on family or friends or charity to survive, and that's not a MAT stat, that is a Social Security Administration stat. Only 5% of people, when they reach the age of 65, are financially independent. I think it's 3 are well off. One of them is doing very well, and then one of them is what we would call rich or wealthy. Okay, so commitment to continuity creates emotional stability. What that means is you don't allow yourself to get too high emotionally, but you also don't allow yourself to get too low emotionally. Okay, it means you pretty much stay pretty even in terms of your emotion, so you're not bouncing all over the place. Because what happens a lot in our industry and in entrepreneurship is you have a really good time period. You either have a really good sales day or you have a really good sales month, and you're super high up and you're super excited and you're fired up about life, and then something happens, right? Either you have a bad month, you have a bad week, something in your business happens, you get sued, you get someone in your family dies, your dog gets hit by a car. Something is always inevitably going to happen. And what happens is people go from super high. I'm watching myself reverse. I'm trying to make it. They go super high emotionally, and then life happens, and then they go right down here emotionally. And what happens when that happens, they lose their momentum that they've already built up. Instead of saying, cool, I had a great sales month, awesome, let's keep going because my goal is over here. I'm going to keep going towards my goal regardless of what happens in my life, good or bad. I'm staying focused on my goal. I'm going to have the wins, I'm going to have the losses or the failures. Cool, I'm still going towards my goal. Once you get to your goal, then you can sit there and do a little happy dance and go get yourself a trophy and celebrate temporarily before you set another goal, and then you start going towards that goal. Okay? Again, it's not that you're not excited, it's that you're not allowing the emotions to dictate how you operate in your business. You want to be excited, you want to be passionate, you want that to come through when people see you and they talk to you, but don't let your emotions dictate your actions. Okay? No matter what happens in my life, good or bad, a few weeks ago my battery died. It wasn't a big deal to me. You handle it and you keep moving on towards your goal. Okay? What I see a lot of times is people get so excited because they're introduced to new concepts that they've never been introduced to, and then for 3-4 weeks they get super excited about building a new business and a new opportunity, and they're going to take on the world, and then after a month they're not where they want to be, or they sponsor 5 people and 3 of them quit, and now they're down in the dumps, and then they want to quit, and they want to call something a scam, and oh, this doesn't work, or my upline's not helping me, oh, it's the system's not helping me, because they got so emotionally high, because they want it so bad, and then they allowed their emotions to come back down. Okay? This phrase I've seen create more wealth personally than probably any other that I've seen. And the reason why I sent you the book I did is because The Slight Edge, I literally have seen this book make more, create more free families. Not millionaires, but people that have been able to take, bring themselves home or their wife home from work, is from the book The Slight Edge. Because small actions taken over time are going to compound into huge results. Take a penny doubled every day over 30 days. I think it's like $10.4 million. Okay? Small actions compound into huge results. Here's the thing though, these actions are small. They're easy to do. They're easy not to do. It's very easy to make 4 posts a day on your Facebook page. But you know what? It's very easy not to do. It's very easy to say, you know what? I'll just do it tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Because here's the thing. With The Slight Edge, those small actions aren't going to make or break your business. Okay? Having an extra piece of cake isn't going to derail your fitness goals. Okay? Having 1 cigarette or even a month of cigarettes isn't going to give you cancer. Okay? Not reading 15 minutes a day in a book is not going to derail your business. But over time, they can change your life. Okay? So that is the whole idea behind The Slight Edge. They're easy to do, but they're also very easy to do. But over time, what's uncomfortable early becomes comfortable later. And if you stay consistent doing small actions over time, you will get to be where you want to be. Okay? And again, small actions taken over time that are undesirable, that aren't going to get you closer to where you want to be, you're going to end up like 95% of people, failure, not being where they want to be in life. Okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with taking huge, massive action in your business. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is for most people, okay, there's a small amount of people that are just naturally, go-getters, and they want to just take over the world, and they're massive action takers. But that's not most people, which is why this book is so amazing, because you don't have to do those things. As long as you stay consistent, every day doing something in your business, every day doing something, whatever your goal may be, doing something small every day over time, you're going to eventually get to where you want to be. Okay? So, hope that helps. And I am super proud of you. You're doing awesome. And yeah, I'll talk to you again soon.